had a huge dilemma this year.
This year, I knew something was gonna go down.
As a rookie, I didn't want to make any big decisions.
It really got me upset.
In my heart, I knew something was gonna happen.
I have an arm's length away from this whole debacle.
And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Do I say anything? Do I tell anyone?
And then we get to the beach, and Aunt Ronnie notices it's not good.
And I said to Gary, I think I heard my cell phone, but no, who'd be calling? And then Gary checked his phone, and it was Ronnie, Rich's wife. And Ronnie was not happy.
We should have made a much bigger deal about this. There should have been some penalties.
Oh my gosh, they got the wrong tuna.
It started about 23 years ago, and we came here to Seagate, and we loved it so much that we started coming every couple of years, and then someone told us we had to buy here. We started having more grandchildren. We now have 14 grandchildren. So when we come down here, it is quite a group, and it's a group that loves to eat.
I called Jeff and I said, you know, there's a problem. It's the wrong tuna and the wrong mayo.
They got a name brand, real mayonnaise, which is fine, but not for what we needed to do.
I did not know which kind of brand to get.
What should have been purchased is the solid white albacore, Bubble Bee, or comparable to this, in this size, here, this size, not little sizes.
Tuna is only the half of it. We need the right mayonnaise also, and of course we need Uncle Rich. I mean, he's the main part.
Also, Rich has to have Hellmann's real mayonnaise to make it taste the way it needs to taste.
The people that went and bought the tuna were people that don't eat tuna, so they know nothing about tuna. Kind of like having a vegan go out and buy a rib roast, I guess.
I led it up to my dad, but as you know, my dad is not an avid tuna consumer.
And it was a blur. I'm not sure how many selections there were, but there were several.
Because I know these aren't the right cans.
There's nothing like Rich's tuna. He has this method of using a fork to squash the tuna out of the can, you see.
I think it's safe to say that tuna is the glue that binds this family together. It brings us all together.
There's no tuna in the house, what are we gonna eat for the next week or so, you know? Our family practically runs off tuna like America runs on Dunkin'.
It's a big deal. I mean, it's probably about 50% of our food intake.
I think this family's a little crazy with the whole tuna debacle. I think we're overreacting just a little.
This is no overreaction at all. This tuna is a necessary item that we have every year at the beach, and to have the wrong tuna and the wrong mayonnaise is just atrocious.
We had a problem with the tuna.
Fight the debacle with the tuna.
Issue with the tuna.
Proper tuna.
The correct tuna.
Tough situation.
The wrong tuna.
The right tuna.
A disaster.
The right tuna.
Tuna.
Wrong tuna.
Tuna fish.
Tuna.
Tuna.
There's really no recipe. It's just a matter of opening up the can of solid white tuna, getting out a number of cans, putting it in a big mixing bowl, mashing it up with a fork, first draining out all of the water, and then adding the mayo and mixing it all together. And for some reason, and I thought at first it was pretty much a scam to get me to make the tuna fish all the time, everybody raved about the tuna fish.
Of course, something happened, so we relied on the secret stash, and Uncle Rich still came through and made us tuna.
They're all doing different things and going and enjoying one another, and it gives both Judy and myself tremendous pleasure to watch this happening. So, yes, the tuna is a crisis of the time, but the idea that we're getting everybody together and enjoying is really the big thing, and we love it.
The way he mashes it up and adds the mayonnaise, it works really well for the tuna, but for the other things he makes, that mashing up and adding mayonnaise doesn't work as well, you know, for the steak. But with the tuna, it's just a perfect blend of the mayonnaise and the mashing, I think.
I would prefer if we don't have tuna fish on this trip.
I hate tuna fish.
Whether Uncle Rich's is the best or not, I don't know, and I don't really care.